Hello everyone, welcome back to another round of Tuesday Night Legacy. Tonight we have round 2 from one of our Pauper tournaments in the past. On the left we have me playing Mono Black, and on the right we have Dolly playing the Kiln Fiend combo deck. So this Mono Black deck is kind of a control deck. The idea is to either get your opponent to discard some cards or put them back on top of the deck with Chittering Rats, or be able to control what they have in play by being able to deal damage with Kuombage Witches. And then once you have a bunch of these pips down, you can cast Grey Merchant of Asphodel to gain back a ton of life and drain your opponent and hopefully get close to killing them that way. Also, of course, has some cast downs, Echoing Decay, things to kind of control the field while you're setting up for that big play of Grey Merchant. Then, of course, Dolly is on a completely different combo here. He wants to play this card Kiln Fiend and things like it, and then just cast a bunch of instants and sorceries to make it huge until end of turn, and once you get in, you can either crash through, which is all your creatures gain trample, or you cast the Team or Battle Rage, giving your creature double strike, and kill them all out of nowhere, dealing like upwards of 30 damage or something on turn 3 or 4, maybe even earlier, turn 2. So the awkward control deck versus the all-in combo strategy. Let's see who gets there. Starting with a Swamp Pass. A very strong start here. Starting with a Festival Crasher on Dolly's side. This is basically just a smaller Kiln Fiend. A Phyrexian Rager is going to lose a life but draw a card. Being a 2/2, hoping that it can block this creature here. Not thinking about the removal that Dolly probably runs. Starting with a Manamorphose, which is going to give this Festival Crasher +2/+0. Already up to a 3/3. And Manamorphose is just kind of changing the color of the card, or the color of the mana. Decides to spend it on a Kiln Fiend. Throwing the Rager under the bus. Doesn't quite kill it. Decide to play the Thorn of the Black Rose, giving myself Monarch, and this creature does have Death Touch, but with 2 of these Explosive Boys in play, probably not the best play. Starting Dolly's turn with a Faithless Looting, drawing 2 cards, discard 2 cards, getting the first pump. The semi-prowess, better than prowess. Dolly trying to decide which 2 cards he's going to discard here. Then he decides to pull out his phone to do some calculator math, but decides that he can figure it out in his head better, and he's trying to figure out if he has lethal here. So he still has to discard those 2 cards. Decides to go with these. One is a Lava Dart. Lava Dart, of course, having that flashback of sacrificing a mountain. So we see a Lava Dart in hand, 1 damage to the Thorn of the Black Rose. 2 pumps, a Crash Through, or is that, no, that's the Ancestral Anger, which is giving +X/+0. Basically just +1/+0 and Trample. Flashing back both of the Lava Darts, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So they get very, very big. Just the Kiln Fiend by itself was like 15 damage, and the other creature had Trample, and so that was way more than enough. Going to game 2 here. We see a Mage Ring Bully come down, slamming a cast down on it, not even reading what it was. It's dead. What is it? Decide to actually kill it with cast down. A second Mage Ring Bully coming into play. Basically the worst version of the prowess creatures that Dolly runs, but it's still pretty good. Still has prowess. This was, of course, before the Monastery Swiftspear was made legal in Pauper. We see another Ancestral Anger on the Mage Ring Bully, getting +1/+1, so it's a 3/3. It's a 4/3 with Trample. Decide not to block it. And Dolly plays the Kiln Fiend and passes turn. 5 mana already in play here. Goes for a Grey Merchant. Going back up to 16, hoping that that's going to be enough, or back up to 20. But with 4 cards in hand, Dolly might have it here again. For those interested, Gray Merchant counts the number of pips you have in play, and you gain that much life, and your opponent loses that much life. So we see the Ancestral Anger. So it's a +2/+0, or +3/+0. There were 2 in the grave off of the Faithless Looting. Another Lava Dart in the graveyard. So this bully does have Trample. And this Kiln Fiend is pretty huge as well. Decide to block like this. Dolly, thinking about his options here, decides to go for the Teamer Battle Rage, which is going to give this creature double strike until end of turn. But because it's power 4 or greater, it is also going to get Trample, and then we see a flashed back Lava Dart to just finish it off. We're doing the math here, but I think it's 20, it's like 22, so it's just enough, and that's going to be the end of that round. Very, very quick. So that all-in combo strategy was definitely enough to get under my bumbling combo strategy for the mono black control list. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this content, we have a bunch more videos on the channel you can go check out. Thanks as always to Spellhold Games for allowing us to record in their store. And as always, the deck lists or approximation of the deck lists are going to be in the description below.